Hi there, welcome to my channel on this beautiful corner of the internet. We are going to tune in for the Virgo New Moon on September 14th, 2023. If you are new here, welcome. I go by 8th House Sun. Every new and full moon, we channel into the collective energies and receive messages from the beings of light for us at this time. I have already pre-channeled in and I am ready to begin to share with you. The first message that I am receiving to share, if you have been feeling lost or you have been feeling that you've just been waiting for this moment of clarity about next steps that you should be taking or how to bridge these new ventures, new plans, new wishes into your physical world reality, the energies around this moon are like an open doorway to allow more of these breakthroughs to come through surrounding clarity, specifically with planning our goals and how we can also work with and bridge them into our physical world reality through our everyday routines, our structures, and also our energetic guidelines and personal structures that we have as personal foundations. These breakthroughs to new discoveries may also come through as more of a slippery slope to get there. So what they are showing me is that although there is clarity coming through, the ways that it might come through are not going to maybe be as linear as we think that they are, but essentially there is a breakthrough opening of energies that are going to be more supportive than they have been in quite a while in terms of helping us to receive the clarity that we need. I'm also receiving a message about how so many of us have been doing versions of cleaning out energetic house, our inner houses, our inner foundations of our physical bodies, for our homes, our spirits, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, all levels. And this is also creating this beautiful new opening, and the invitation is asking ourselves, what foundations does my spirit, my heart need now after all of the shifts that I have been through? And asking ourselves, does my spirit's needs, my heart's needs, do they look different than what I do in my everyday life? We are going to be guided around this time to change some of our daily plans, our daily structures, our daily routines to better suit our personal foundations and our needs of our spirit selves, our higher selves, and who we are becoming or who we have become. This is not a form of selfishness. This is the highest form of self-care that you could supply for yourself in the most simple, beautiful way, because it's also going to allow you to show up in relations with other people in the most whole and complete manner. There is an emphasis surrounding self-care at this time and really tending to areas within ourselves that are asking to be seen, to be heard, to be held, but most importantly, that reminder of how we are our own healers. And of course, we can receive guidance and advice from trusted people in our lives, but what it really comes down to is that reminder of we are all here as well with our own innate abilities as inner healers, and being able to trust that and come back to that foundation to move through things that require self-healing. I'm also receiving that some of us may be finding ourselves being guided or intuitively nudged at this time to begin to start to implement into our physical world realities all of the lessons that we have learned about ourselves throughout the past month or 2 months around the retrograde season, because it's now going to start to allow us to bridge all of the things that we have learned into who we are in our physical worlds. It is allowing us to create new daily structures and routines that then will allow us to harvest the rewards of the new beginnings that are in motion and starting to take form, that are going to bring us that long-term fruition of what our soul and our heart's desires truly are. I'm also receiving a message how some of the new beginnings that may materialize around this time may bring an energy of focus that makes you feel as if you have to read between the lines of the energetics of what is going on in the new beginning in order to truly see that it is a blessing, it is a wish fulfillment, but it's also a seed. It's a beginning seed of something materializing that you have been working hard for. So there is a message of not overlooking these tiny, daily, everyday new beginnings that maybe might start to materialize, because ultimately these everyday beginnings or new goals, new ventures, ideas that start to pop through, or people in your life, they're going to add in a really beautiful way a collaborative co-creation to your long-term picture, your long-term goals. But the only ways that we can get there is to allow in these changes that will come first, starting with our daily, day-to-day lives and routines. These new beginnings that might start to come through, many of them might feel like you might miss them, because what they're moving through as first are starting with new beginnings of your personal foundations, and allowing that to be the first seed of the longer term goals that you have set out or have set forth. I'm also receiving that some of us may be feeling some trust issues or anxiety arising around this time due to how things have been shifting so dramatically that it could make it hard to believe that our heart's desires and things that are truly meant and aligned for us are coming through. And what I am being shown is that the breakthroughs that are going to start coming through at this time, they are going to help to start to relieve us from some feelings of distrust or anxiety or unease, and just being open to, even if it feels like they are tiny at first, that they are going to bridge every day into your everyday life and build a larger term picture that you have set intentions for. And having trust and patience at this time, the best that we can, is the advice that I am receiving at this time. I'm receiving that this is also a checkpoint for us to step back and see what we have sown, and allowing ourselves to look at the harvest of new beginnings, and allowing ourselves to also look at our own new beginnings, starting within ourselves. The most important and foremost thing that should come first before anything else is the new foundations within ourselves that maybe we haven't taken a step back yet to fully look at or appreciate, or to notice and see how much we've shifted over the past, I want to say, month or two since the retrograde started to really move through for us. So I do feel like there is this moment of stepping back to have a healthy ways of self-acknowledgement for how much you have learned, and the lessons and the shifts and the changes, because this also will ultimately help bring this new foundation within yourself into life. Sometimes we can't have the full integration of our new selves or a rebirth until we take the time to step back from being busy or working hard and saying, I see you. I see myself. I see who I am now. And that is a beautiful full circle moment to have, and also honor that there is going to be more that comes for you in your evolution. But that moment to step back and provide it for yourself at this time is a powerful moment of self-reflection and self-evaluation that we could provide for ourselves under this moon. I'm also receiving that even with the harvest of new things coming through, new beginnings around this time, there is an element behind it that also is showing us where more hard work will also move through to continue on the seeds and the materialization of new beginnings that have been put into our paths or have materialized for us. So taking a step back at this time and being more inward, or perhaps more focused on your self-care or tending to yourself, can be a really beautiful space to help aid us in the long term for more of the hard work that is going to be put into the new goals and the plans that we are also setting in motion under this moon. Those were all of the messages that I was guided to share at this time. If you have found this video helpful for you, it would be an honor if you left a like on this video as a way to let me know. And if you feel open to sharing anything in the comments, any areas of resonation, I would love to hear how you are working with these energies, how you are sensing these energies. And if you feel aligned to subscribe to rejoin me here again for the next moon, I would love to have you here again. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.